lagging behind. But of course, I'm open to seeing some change, and I'm also open to seeing these teams drop in. So let's see if we start with any hot drops. And of course, who's going to be going into that high tier loot zone?
A little bit farther out from the flight path this time around, though, and we're already seeing plenty of teams very much focused on that right-hand side. In the meantime, that's King of
Evos.
Gamers and Evos already getting into it on the island here in the moat, and things are already kind of falling apart a bit for Evos, though, as King of Gamers gets a couple, three knockdowns. Give me Kevin77, the only person left, to try to stand his ground, but King of Gamers, they're the ones who gets taken down instead.
Oh my goodness, I thought King of Gamers would have had it, but Evos Divine going to be able to bring their entire team back into the fold. Oh my gosh, they didn't even get any kills after that.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh, Evos, they've stress, okay? The ultimate level of stress. But we do have another fight happening here, right? We've got 3 teams actually competing for the high tier loot zone. We've got Farang going up against Heavy, and there is actually another team. Is that E-Arena?
I think there's one of the members at Arena.
Yeah.
Okay, I think the other ones are across the river, and maybe it's just at the pier there. So they're just sending one member out to scout out and see if we can third party and keep the pressure on this campsite. But I have to say, though, campsite very wide open. There's only trees for cover, so I don't know what kind of maneuvering ability he's going to be having around here. You can see that one of the teams is just basically keeping Heavy, just keeping them stuck right on that buy point there, and they're just not going to let go of that spot no matter what right now. That's forcing, I think, forcing the other teams to just walk out of that area here because they can't really find any other places to loot around.
Unfortunate for E-Arenas. They've lost 2 players, and I think they've got 1 buy point there with August, so probably looking to try and go for a revive. But we are swapping over to another perspective here, and it looks like if they can get a clear vision, they might be able to try and go for this fight here. Flash about to run right into the Axel, who is spotting for the team on the side of Expand.
Yeah.
And they do have some vision, but no one's gone down quite yet.
Not quite yet. And the thing is, there is a revive point nearby, so they could perhaps just collapse onto Team Flash immediately, just take whatever casualties in this fight there, hopefully be able to overcome them, and then later on bring your teammates back with a revive point. The main thing is that they need to keep them contained within the building, though, and that's what Cobra is doing on the opposite side, just keeping an eye out on the windows, trying to spot their movements, trying to see if there's going to be any sort of attempts here from Flash to try to escape this surround here that Expanse is trying to set up onto them. Now, it's going to send a grenade right through. I don't think that gets into the window. The too fast is flying Shin around the outside, though. That might just open up the floodgates because the rest of Expanse will be falling in and into the building now. The Axel going up, guns ablaze here, getting another knockdown here. Now he tries to find Bloody around the outside here as Cobra takes a lot of damage there, and it's forced to try to hide behind a pillar as Yinbin, still on the 2nd floor, is going to try to hold his own on the window. Now moves up to the rooftop, trying to get some high ground here in this fight.
Oh, the grenade doesn't go in. Oh, X-Ray actually going down. Oh my goodness, maybe this could be a bit of a turnaround here. Is there a chance? No. Team Flash, the entire team gets eliminated. I mean, positioning-wise, I think Expand did a fantastic job at just hounding in on that building. Flash could not go anywhere. I think every angle was basically under pressure, so they either had to commit to Expand or play defensively, and it's just as defensive as they could get. There just wasn't any safe corners.
Yeah, I mean...
It really started with Shin, right? Like, as soon as Shin went down, that was basically it. The Axel ran in, he bum rushed right into them, and I think that was basically it, right? Like, once you've got someone running into you, you know that things are going to start collapsing.
And that's the thing. It's like once you know you have the advantage in numbers, you have to.
Yeah,
you already have to go in.
Yep.
You have to go in already, and you could see that they all use the shotguns, the Mag 7 as well. So they definitely were very well prepared for this particular siege here. So well done, Expand.
Are we looking at a potential flank here? Okay, so we've got, interestingly enough, we're actually seeing E-Arena sort of spread out. Now we did see one of them, is that the last Farang person? It is. So poor Bayet's on the side of Farang, actually being hounded by 2 players on the side of E-Arena. We'll have to see later on if they do successfully take him down. But besides that, though, taking a look at the map, everyone's sort of spread out. We might see Attack All Round run into Anxiety, but Attack All Round are also pretty spread out. So if anything happens, let's say Hoisang or maybe Folky get taken down early, those are going to be free kills because you're not going to get the reses up. They're too spread out.
Oh my god, Bayat taking so much damage from the throwables there. I don't think it's going to be long for this world though, because the blue zone is already closing in. I don't see a way out for him at this point though.
He's slowly healing. He's like, no, no, I'm the last survivor, never.
Oh man, but the shut up is already moving down below him, so he's going to come up now. Knock knock, who's there? Bayat is right by the door.
Shotguns?
And shotgun to the face will end his round right here.
Yeah, that's... If you're alone and you're in a watchtower, you know it's over. You know?
Yeah,
it's like,
pretty much.
It's like you just decided to like step into your coffin, shut the door yourself. I was like, all right, bury me alive. All right, so moving on though, we do have a potential engagement here, right? So we've got E-Arena sort of coming in, but on top of them, it's V Gaming. So we could actually see a fight if E-Arena sort of run into them. Now, I don't think V-Gaming are moving, so they might actually catch wind of E-Arena first. We'll have to see soon though, but we've got some vehicles on E-Arena, so they might spot them out first. I'm not 100% sure. We don't know how much visibility they have, right? Like, that's the most important thing. Do they know that V-Gaming is here at this buy point?
They may be able to hear footsteps, though it's a little bit hard to hear them at a distance.
Yeah, it's a bit far.
But they do know that Campsite Hills have a buy point, so maybe they wanted to try to approach it a bit cautiously. That's why we're kind of seeing them, you know, doing this little round around. But looks like they're going to be moving very rapidly over the campsite. That might bump them straight into V Gaming, though, as a result, though. And I think they already spotted the blue wall, so they knew they're not alone in this area here. As Protete literally runs one over with his motorcycle.
Well,
again! Protete with 2 kills there in a row, just literally crashing the party here and takes out V Gaming Esports practically by himself.
Oh my gosh, I think we have to start calling them Roadkill Gaming. V Gaming, they just get flattened, sent to the Waffle House, and it's like, all right, order up, folks. Whipped cream cherry on top. We do have a lot happening in this new circle, though, as it looks like so far it is overpopulated. There are too many humans on this planet Earth, and there's just not enough room for everybody here. So position-wise, I mean, this is just a giant salad. There's just literally so many teams here, but I'm surprised that no one is shooting. You know, it's a ghost town, but everyone's so close to each other. You could probably feel everyone breathing. Oh, goodness. But who goes for the first shot, though? Expand is going to be centering around the river, it looks like. SPS, they do have the northern side of the map, so they are going to be able to circle the perimeter if they want to. I wonder if E-Arena could be a pretty big factor, right? Because they're coming in from the outside. They do have to deal with gatekeeping, but I think if one of these teams actually try to shoot into E-Arena as they come in, they're giving away their position as well. And because everyone is so close to each other, you are at high risk of someone just deciding to bum rush you.
Yeah, definitely. And right now, a bit of a standoff between Anxiety and Evos, though. It looks like Evos...
I love this position here for Bayern.
So high up. They can just basically spot the entirety of Anxiety when they decide to move out of this compound here. So Anxiety certainly will be feeling a bit anxious if they know this right now, because bullets can certainly rain on them at any moment now.
Just wait for that pixel. You know, that one pixel.
I mean, the good news for them is that they're still within range of this circle right now. The thing is, this blue zone is already closing in on this next zone here.
Ooh, E-Arena running into heavy.
Yeah, running into heavy on the south eastern side right now. But Evo's continuing to hold position. Now we can see Heavy.
It's a hill.
It's a hillside here. And Heavy is having a bit of a hard time trying to fight this out. Though that's a good shot there by Buffalo to try to take Limit down. Now trying to watch out for his flank, though, because Tate is already moving in, trying to kick down Buffalo, trying to break his glue wall here. He says another one just in the nick of time, though. But then is he going to be able to stay and stand his ground for much longer here? Because it looks like E-Arena is slowly trying to chip away and trying to make an opening for them to try to flank around.
They're trying to bail. I think they're trying to bail. You know, he's like, all right, there's no way we can get into this safely. We're going to have someone go in with the bike, try and find a buy point. We're going to try and buy our team back, right? Because it is a 3 versus 4 situation. They lost one player in that fight. And Heavy, I mean, there's really no reason for them to go for the engagement. So instead, circling the perimeter, going up towards that northern section. So we've got a signed peace treaty between these two teams for now. We'll see who breaks it first. But Heavy are about to run right into Dewa, right? Like Dewa is right there. Do they see where Heavy is coming from? Man, this is such a clustered circle.
I know, it's so crowded now. There's definitely not enough space for all of them involved, so they're going to have to start thinning the herd sooner rather than later.
Ooh.
Evo's now making their way to the next circle, I think, but it's still having the high ground advantage compared to Anxiety at this point, though. Beyond still trying to keep things, very much visible for them, but then the next circle, it still literally keeps Evo's within...
I love this.
Yeah, with this zone here. So Beyond's going to stay on that rooftop, just jumping from cliff to roof.
Ooh.
And
Hang on.
Heavy is moving in on this position too, so they might actually backdoor. Evos is not careful. I think they've already spotted them though. This might be an engagement here between the two of them.
Could be a surprise. Oh, but we are looking at a different fight here, Victor. So we've got E-Arena. They've got all their players back onto that field, and they've actually decided to run into attack all round and expand. This team is now currently pinned, so this could go badly if they make one misplay.
Yeah, Evos getting a nice grenade there. Actually takes out Fudai from Heavy right now, so they're having a bit of a man disadvantage here in this hillside fight. Thing is, Evos is also not quite doing well for themselves. Already lost Beyond their match game, bring Mr. OS5 back into the fight now. So the bet is still going to be a 3v3 here as we see Heavy trying their very best to hold their own, but I think Buffalo is the only person left standing there. In the meantime, for E-Arena, they're still trying to fight it out here together with Attack all around, still having a full stack here because the cover provided by these buildings is just enough to keep them out of trouble here. And good thing for them as well, because
There goes Heavy.
There goes Heavy. They're getting completely taken out there, and they're now out from the map here, with the last member, Buffalo, having been shot to death. E-Arena still trying to hold his own as Protete has picked up a quadra kill right now, having knocked down another member here, just trying to get into the circle. Attack all around, though, they're going to be peeling out of this battle here, as we're already seeing Expand and the other squads starting to move into this next circle.
It's pretty interesting choices for some of the team. So SES, they did go for a safe position. They're going to be sitting on the western side because everyone is coming from the eastern. EVOS Divine, though, are rotating up north, which is pretty clear, but they are possibly in shooting range here of attack all round. But Expand, they're going to be shooting, or at least raining hell here onto Diwa as these two teams do decide to go into each other. There's a tiny compound. Only one team is going to be able to claim this. Diwa now down to 2 players as 2 players have gone down. Can they wrestle this compound away? I don't think so. Expand are still looking rather strong.
Yeah, there was down to 2 people here. Expand still has 3, and 2 Fast has already gotten 2 kills in his hand. It's trying to gatekeep the other member of Rain.
That's it.
He's down. Dewa's out. Dewa, 7th place is going to be the best they could get in this round right now. 6 teams still remaining. E-Arena trying to get some shots onto Evos here, who's decided to join the fray. They had been on the outskirts of the circle earlier on, but then now they've lost virtually everyone except for Abax.
That next circle, big advantage for Anxiety. They're sitting in the very corner, and now we're going to be seeing attack all round running into SES. SES, they want to take this away from attack all round. Folky, oh no, he's actually stuck running into the wall. This might not be so good for the team. He's the last person left on the squad. But who knows? Maybe if he pretends to be a couch, he might be able to survive. Who knows?
Maybe.
But this is going to be a really tight squeeze. We've got to Expand fighting up with E-Arena here to try and get into the circle from that bottom section. Unfortunately, attack all round will get eliminated. Folky not quite working with the couch strat. EVOS, though, surprisingly enough, are still on the outer edge of the circle. I'm not sure what they're trying to do. Are they trying to avoid the conflict?
I think so. I mean, he's only moving now that the circle is already moving for that final round here, so he's going to try to edge around that safe zone here while the other teams continue to fight at the center of this next circle here. EA, they're down to 2 members now with the limit already taken down by Axel, sending a good grenade his way now as they try to press issue, rushing straight into the room. Oh boy, the glue wall just keeping that at bay, just barely though. A Shut Up tries to find a way out of this mess here, but Gade sends another grenade, forces Cobra to stop in his tracks right now as Shut Up jumps outside, sends the glue wall, moves to the next building here.
He's dodging so many fights, it's actually insane. This guy juking into every compound he can get. He's going to try and go onto the high ground, see if he can get his own shots in, but we are starting to see these teams run out of space. Victor, you can't rely on the compounds anymore because this circle is going to start taking your health away. EVOS Divine will be eliminated from the competition. SES looking to make this torch really bright here for Indonesia. They did fantastic yesterday. We might be looking for another potential booyah for this team. They are sitting on 6 kills. They're not leading the kill charts, but they might be able to if they can survive and eliminate boss Divine. They're now going to try and gatekeep Anxiety, who are now just stuck behind a tree. Where did their compound go?
I have no idea, but then the thing is, Anxiety now has lost one in the form of Stromae, as SES still has 4 members, I believe.
Expand
getting taken out there. Ray and Bara getting kills themselves as Jojo gets a good shot there to take down go to be from Anxiety. Now it's going to be a bit of a scuffle around the outside of the building as SES and Anxiety collapses on each other, and it looks like Anxiety might just have a slight upper hand. Oh, they do take out one member here from SES, another one there. Ray is going to be knocked out as well. Alpha Inc. is going to be a bit in trouble right now as Anxiety seems to be having the upper hand in this fight.
This inner circle is going to be on the outside, so at some point these players are going to have to exit this building to survive, because now you don't really have anything to work with. Everyone is outside. They say we're not jumping the window. It is a 1v1 all around. Is it going to be enough? The SES taken out. It's now going to be down to E Arena and Anxiety. Can E Arena take this round, or is Anxiety going to keep themselves composed? E Arena snatching away the booyah from Anxiety. It would have been an amazing round, but no, the Juggernauts have just managed to scrape by.
Oh, man.
Oh, look at this. Oh, my gosh. The smiles. I saw one of the players wiping their foreheads. I saw someone facepalm. Oh, my goodness. Wait, someone's got a bow. The lucky bow.
Oh, yeah,
right
I see that
I
right
see
there
it.
on the left-hand side.
That's a lucky bow if I ever saw one.